Hi everyone, hope you all are doing really well. So this video of basic of software testing. So it's for basically the newcomers who are into software testing. If they want to learn something more of definitional form of software testing, wherein if somebody joins the classes, they get it, but somebody is not able to join the classes due to many reasons. So they can refer this video. For them it is very helpful. And whatever my audience is like, whatever your experience will be, you really need those basics and the definitions of those things. And in this video you will be having the standard definitions of all the topics used in the software testing. We'll be having 2-3 parts of this video, which is will be going detail into software testing, start right from the scratch. So I think whatever your experience will be, why I'm saying it, because as we grow there, we just forget about the basic, and we know, but the standard definitions is at times when the interview sometimes ask questions, we try to make it from our words, but that's didn't create a good impact. So if you know the definitions of and you know what all terminologies can be used, it really create a good impact. So let's quickly go ahead and understand the basic of software testing, everything from the basic, and let's dig in. So what is software? So software is a collections of a computer programs that help us to perform tasks. Type of software, which is system software, programming software, and application software. Okay. So example, device, drivers, OS, server, etc. comes in the system software. Programming software, example, compilers, debuggers, interpreter, etc. Then we have application software, which is web applications, mobile app, desktop applications. So somebody talks about tell me about your application software. So that means web applications, mobile apps, and desktop application, etc. Okay. Then we have what is software testing. Software testing is a part of the software development process. Software testing is an activity to identify bugs in the software. The objective and the motive of testing is to release quality product to the client, to ensure the client about the correctness and completeness of the software applications. I think this is something which is very useful definition. Like sometimes I only ask in the interview, let's just tell me what is software testing. So I just wanted to know the thought process of it and like what person has it. Like because in a business, when you talk to the business, right, you really need to use a proper terminologies when you explain it to them. Because if you tell it in your words, it may be not maybe many words you will use. So it's like the other person may understand it or may not understand. So since you are talking it to the product owner, he's from different background or he or she from the different background. So when you're explaining something to them, if you don't have the clarity or the proper syntax, that's why I'm pushing on the proper definitions of everything, so that if you're conveying it to the other person, it's it will be rightly conveyed. It's not like you just confuse the other person, isn't it? So that happens when you make your own definitions, because in 100 for one sentence line we use 200 words at times. So it's difficult. And even if you don't know it, so team working with you who knows it, and you may confuse to the other person as well, because sometimes you're talking about something else, and in your mind it is something else. And if somebody knows, like for example, there is a lot of confusion. I've seen a hell lot of confusion among my team members between sanity, smoke, and regression. Okay. So I think this is something which is really need a clarity in the scenarios and the test cases. So I think these are the things. Still, it's not about the experiences we work in. It's like 9 years, 10 years, people does not know it, and it didn't create a good impact. Okay. The necessity of the software testing to avoid risk. Why we need it? Like sometimes why we need the software testing. Why? Because sometimes developer also says that I'll do it. Okay. So to avoid risk, to identify, like developers will never, like who will find defects in their own work? No, right? Nobody. It's very difficult to find the defects or a loophole in your own work. Okay. So if you find it, you would have done it while while coding itself, while assembling your code, or maybe while you're compiling your code, right? That time only you would have fixed it if you would have able to find it out. So to identify errors, to avoid extra cost, to gain customer confidence, this is what the main important thing. When tester does it, it gains the customer confidence, because he does it at the mind of customer, not at the mind of developers. To accelerate software developments, to optimize business, to check software adaptability, because they do a kind of testings wherein they also check the software adaptability or not. their approach, their reports, they do it in such a way that they can, the analysis and the development, the usability testing they'll do, they generate a, they have the technical skills, they have that they know where the code can break. So I think that is the need of software tester over there in any of the application or a software. The objective motive of software testing to prevent, what is the motive, why we are doing it? Again, the necessity and the need to prevent defects, finding defects that may get created by the programmer while developing the software. Helps to, because developer will test their code, but what about the merging happens, 5-6 developers merge the code, who will test it? Nobody wants to test. Everyone will be say, okay, my code is bug free. Other developer will also say my code is bug free, but somebody has to test with that mindset that anywhere can be bug. There is no partiality among the developers. The one person who's testing, the 2 person who's testing as a testers, they will test as a user. Okay, they don't have the brotherhood or sisterhood with anyone. They wanted to just prevent defects. They wanted to build the quality product. To, like, they have to ensure the BRS and the SRS, whatever written in the SRS document, and business required specifications, whatever is being there, to ensure that the result meets the business and the user requirements, gaining confidence and providing information about the level of quality. So the confidence of level of quality is just determined with the having a tester. If you have a tester, you have a quality product, that's all. Otherwise, that one person, like tester, is there, that he will hold all the responsibility of that. So that, tester responsibility is so much, which is, I think, often not taken as much as importance, but the responsibility of that person is so much, because a lot of people does it and they think that there is nothing, but that person goes against to everyone and does their job to build the confidence of the product. So main responsibility in their shoulders, because how they test it, if they passed everything, they fail everything has a motive. What is debugging? Okay, debugging is also comes under, when we do as an automation testers, we also do debugging. So let's go and understand what exactly the debugging means. Once the development team receive the testing's report, they will start debugging this. This phase aims to locate the bug and remove it from the software. It is a one-off process, is done manually. Debugging is also done wherein you run the piece of line by line code and checking whether these lines of code are working fine or not. In this process, a special tool called debugger is used to locating the bugs. Most programming environments have a debugger. Some popular debugger tools are like WinDBG, OllyDBG, IDA Pro. There are debuggers also, but you can run it manually in your Eclipse, and you have that debugging tools. Just understanding that you will be running the line by line of a code, which is called debugging. Now, what is the difference between testing and debugging? Testing means checking the behavior of an app, like maybe the black box and the white box testing we are understanding here. Testing means the checking the behavior of an applications, whether it is expected or not, whether it works as expected or not. And debugging means finding out the main cause of the defects, and debugging requires internal, like the back end, the code thing they are doing it. Testing can be done without any internal knowledge of software architecture. It is done by testers, like how it has been done. They don't need it actually, the flows and everything. Debugging requires internal knowledge of software architectures, coding, and it is done by the developers. Then we have what defines the quality of software and the software quality. How you define the software quality. Okay. Bug free, delivered on time. This is also the question of an interview. Okay. Within a budget, meets the requirement or the expectation of the customer, maintainable. I think these are the 5 points we wanted to hear. We don't want to hear the sentences and all. Okay. Psychology. Okay. I think this is what is happening? Psychology of testing. In software testing, psychology plays an extremely important role. It is one of those factors that stay behind the scenes but has a great impact on the end result. Okay, this is just for understanding of you guys. It is mainly dependent on the mindset of the developers and the tester, as well as the quality of communications between them. Moreover, the psychology of testing helps them work towards a common goal. The three sections of psychology, you can implement that in your own work. The three sections in this: the mindset of a developers and the tester, communication in a constructive manner, and test independence. I think these are the things you really needed. You don't have to depend on anyone. You don't, if developer will gonna tell you everything, then how you gonna test it? He will tell you everything, so you don't have anything to explore there and find out the bugs. So you have to test independently, and you have to communicate very in a way that it should be a constructive manner. So these are the things you can have it in your own mindset. You can develop your mindset while testing. Okay, then we have QA versus QC. So this is very understanding thing, which I think when I was 3-4 years, I don't understand what is quality control, what is quality assurance. I think both are same, or what it is. Okay, QA is a managing tool, QC is a corrective tool. QA is a process oriented, QC is a product oriented. QA proactive strategy, QC is a reactive strategy. QA preventions of defects and detection of defects. QA is everyone's responsibilities. QC is a testing team responsibilities. Performed in parallel with project. Perform after the final product is ready. We will also have this one. If you want to have the snapshot of it, you can take it. And then again, quality assurance is a process oriented. QA is a proactive process. QA focus on preventing defects. QA teams work with the development team to produce quality softwares. QA ensures that approaches and the techniques are implemented correctly during software development. QA is responsible for SDLC, example verification. Quality control is a product oriented. Quality control is a reactive process. QC focus on detecting the defects. QC come into the picture after quality assurance. QC verifies that the developed project meets the defined quality standard. QC is responsible for SDLC. Example, validations. Now there is a terms called QAMS and CMM level. So this is also, you have to understand what is QAMS and what is CMM levels. I think these are the terminologies being used internally in an organization. So quality management system is a collection of business process focus on consistently meeting customer requirements and enhancing their satisfactions. It is aligned with an organization purpose and strategic directions. A quality management system is a system that documents the policies, business process, and the procedure necessary for organizations to create and deliver its product or services to its customers, and therefore increase customer satisfactions through high product quality. Then we have CMM level, which is capability maturity model. It has been long accepted that the continuous process improvement is based on many small evolutionary steps rather than larger revolutionary innovations. The CMM level, like the capability maturity model, provides a framework for organizing these evolutionary steps into 5 maturity levels that lay successive foundations for continuous process improvements. This methodology is at the heart of most management systems, which are designed to improve the quality of the development and delivery of all products and services. The 5 software capability models level has been defined. First is initial, second is repeatable, the third is define, fourth manage and optimizing. So initial is like the software process is characterized as an ad hoc and occasionally even chaotic. Few processes are defined and success depends on the individual efforts and heroics. Then we have these many also. You can take a snap of it. You guys can go through with this one. Then we have project versus product. Okay, this is very important topic. Like what is project, what is product? So if the software application is developed for a specific customers based on their requirement, then it is called as a project. If the software application is developed for multiple customers based on the market requirements, then it is called a product. Principle of software testing. Testing shows the presence of defects, not their absence. Exhaustive testing is impossible. Absence of error is a fallacy. Early testing saves time and money. Testing is a context dependent. Defect clustered together. be aware of the pesticide paradox. I think that is also, you have heard about pesticides paradox. I think we're gonna discuss about this one. Now we have SDLC life cycle. This is very important. SDLC, you guys should know about it. Here's a prime reason why SDLC is important for developing a software system. It provides a standard set of frameworks for SDLC activities. SDLCs help us for project. This is also, you have to tell them that before telling SDLC, you have to tell why LCL needed. Okay, and then you can go ahead with this, or maybe in the starting of your answer, or maybe the end of the answer, you can put the why SDLC is needed. Maybe 2-3 lines will be enough. Help you to decrease project risk and project management, plan overhead, increase visibility of the project planning to all involved stakeholders of the development process, improved client relations. It offers a basis for project planning, scheduling, and estimating. I think, thank you guys. Thank you for watching. I think this video is quite big, and yeah, I think this is very much necessary for you to understand about the software testing. And stay tuned for my next video. Until then, please subscribe to my channel and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Bye bye.